Hey, Phil. What are you up to?
Oh, I'm just tweeting about how awesome the customer service was at the restaurant I just had lunch at.
Oh, I see. Speaking of tweeting and Twitter, I can't believe Elon Musk actually bought Twitter.
Absolutely insane, isn't it? He paid 44 billion. That is mind-boggling. I read this morning that if you stack 44 billion in $100 bills, it would be 30 miles high and weigh over 400 metric tons.
That's crazy, right? I had no idea Twitter was worth that much.
Well, I'm not sure it's actually really worth that much. But that's another conversation altogether. I'm a little worried about Elon Musk taking control of Twitter, though. I think he may try to censor people who disagree with his opinions. He has been known to block his critics from his current personal accounts.
Hopefully not. I know one of the reasons he wanted to buy Twitter in the first place was for that very reason. He doesn't want anyone or anything to be censored. He did it out of concern that the company had imposed overly aggressive content moderation practices, which he said endangered free speech. He's also talking about making the algorithms open for everyone to see in order to increase trust.
Remember a few years ago, Musk got into trouble for tweeting that he was considering taking Tesla private. His tweet sent Tesla stock surging at the time, but he was accused of misleading investors. Ever since then, he's been quite vocal about free speech.
Why would he get in trouble for saying that? People lie or say stupid things on social media all the time.
Yeah, well, in that situation, he was charged with fraud. And the judge made him promise that he would get approval from other Tesla executives prior to tweeting anything about the company.
So strange how the country is built on free speech, but we can't tweet or post our opinions freely.
Well, Musk also mentioned that he prefers temporary account closures versus permanent bans. That would open the door for Donald Trump to rejoin Twitter.
Yeah, I remember that. Trump's Twitter account was permanently banned due to the string of tweets that were suspected of inciting the violence at the U.S. Capitol building.
Yes, exactly. I'm not going to get into a debate about whether or not he was responsible for what happened. Whether that was grounds to be permanently banned, I don't know really. To be honest, I don't have enough information to say either way. But Musk believes that Twitter should be a platform for free speech, and that you should be able to say whatever you want, whenever you want. I'm 100% behind free speech, but I sincerely hope there are consequences for things that incite hate or violence.
Well, Twitter has released statements regarding the accusations of censorship of speech. They have denied silencing people purely based on their ideology. They said they do, however, enforce their stated community guidelines and have to block content that goes against their community standards. Those standards include that you cannot violate or encourage behavior that violates Twitter rules, violence, and harassment. And there are other things that are discouraged to ensure that people can converse freely and safely.
I can see how there can be confusion on what is considered violent speech or harassment. Social media platforms must make the choice of censoring free speech and draw a clear line of what is or isn't allowed.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see which direction Twitter goes and how it will affect the discussion of free speech and politics going forward.